I'll be reacting to Rusted Armor Episode 5. I'm watching it from Crunchyroll's website, and I'll be starting my reaction in 1, 0, go! Oh yeah, I am cautiously optimistic for this because the last 2 episodes of the series were mediocre to semi-entertaining. So I hope it can continue the trend and getting slightly better in increments anyway. It's kind of sad when even though when there's 2D animation, they can't even move the mouth flaps. I mean, for fuck's sake, that's lazy. I mean, I know I talk shit about JC staff, but at the very least, motherfucking JC staff can actually bother animating mouth flaps. This series doesn't even look like it fucking tries. But then again, who am I kidding? It's Rusted Armor. I should expect a jack shit from this series because the only thing I should truly expect from watching this series is just disappointment. And that's about it. And I'd be damn out of my mind to expect anything more than just either terrible quality or mediocrity. But you know what? Who knows? Maybe this series will still continue on its improvement. Because at this point, the only thing that can improve is the writing quality. Because there's no way in fucking hell that this series is even going to be close to increase its animation quality. So the only means of improvement this series has is pretty much just the writing quality, and that's it. Gotta admit, though, the opening song is growing on me. Usually, when it's the opening song, I just flip another tab so that I don't have to look at the ugly visuals, but I can listen to the fucking cool song. Oh, yeah. And speaking of what the dude's wearing a mask, and even though he's wearing a mask, they should at least have a few mouth flaps to represent that his mouth is going under that mask. And I mean, it's can't even bother in doing that, unfortunately. Gotta admit, that place looks pretty decent, actually. I gotta admit, those weapons actually look pretty nice. Oh man, you know shit's bad when they even have CGI stills. Yeah, there was some effort put in, and I want to hesitate at saying effort, but there was at least some effort put in the previous episode. Here, you're not even seeing the bullets cause any damage to the armor, just a bunch of stills. If the animators don't even care, why the fuck should I even care? Oh man, looks like the previous 2 episodes of this series are just flukes then. Because this episode just as shitty. Oh, damn, this is kind of making me sleepy now. And I have a lot of energy. Okay, well, we're getting some insight into why he is the way he is then, at the very least. And that's impressive that he got all that from copying too. Because when you don't have specific instruction, it's a lot harder doing what you want to do. Huh. Okay, actually, I like a bit of the world building. You're gaining at least some of this base background information at the very least. It's pretty nice, actually. Oh, but I wonder if that's going to be when he potentially gets any type of potential scar or anything like that. Damn! At least that explains why he has such a nihilistic looking personality at the very least. Oh, man. Oh my. But you know what? At the very least, he's still alive, though. And that's what matters at the end of the day. And that helps explain why his body's completely fucked up, too. Yeah, this is peak animation quality right here. Yeah, this is what I watch animation for. For shitty looking CGI and stills. And what makes it worse, I'm reacting to this right after, not a million after Demon Slayer, but just a few videos after Demon Slayer. I'm like, no. I came from watching one of the most beautiful animations I've ever seen for a television animation. It's one of the worst television animations I've ever seen. Oh boy. I like how he just instantly dodges the freaking question. Now it kind of makes me wonder, though, how would he end up surviving at the end of the day? And something that kind of annoyed me about this episode, anything revolving Sarah, I just completely skipped it, even though it's implied that she had to do with helping him out too from getting out of his predicament. Kind of a shame that aside from there being shitty action, the series pacing absolutely fucking sucks too. But I shouldn't expect anything less from Rusted Armors. I mean, hey, might as well allow him to humor him because all things considered, what other option did he have at this point? If anyone's in this spot, I'd go for it because it's like, what other option would I have? Okay. The thing is, what if it would have been the same end result, though? That's what we got to consider. What's happened in the past has happened. You really can't change it, unfortunately. Let's say if I was in this spot, I would essentially still accept the help just to try to live and fight another day. But I could see where his anger's coming from, though. I kind of like they're showing you the psychological damage that he went through and losing some of his body parts. It actually makes him a more realistic character here. Just seeing the trauma that he had to go through. Huh. That's actually pretty damn freaking impressive. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Edward Elric from the Full Metal Alchemist series, actually. When it comes to having body parts that aren't his own. Oh man, at least that was better than his previous existence, though. Again, just a shame whenever there's like 2D, and I can't even call it animation, just 2D stills, you don't even see any bothering of attempts of movement, which is a damn shame because it'll make the moments involving his father a little bit more memorable. And then I like how there's still a noise coming out of Krill's mouth, even though it's not moving. Yo, finally, some freaking mouth flaps. I guess the animators must have had some spare change left over or something to at least have some mouth flaps moving. I mean, hey, progress, right? I wouldn't be surprised if his father ended up sacrificing his life to save Kuro. The thing is, though, he looks like he's finally become a proper father, though. I'd say coming as far as to saving his son's life is more than anyone could have bargained for in his situation, anyway. Kind of reminds me of Iron Man. Like, kind of looks similar to the reactor that he had. And at least, what was it, like the first two Iron Man movies, I believe? Oh, no. What the fuck? Unless it's the plague that's affecting his father's body, too. And a damn shame. Oh. Oh. At least now we. Okay, get a minute. Now, Kuro's father is a true father, even though he wasn't there for him moments ago. At least he was here for him to rescue him in this instance. I gotta say, there's actually some interesting redemption arc here. The thing is, though, he gave us his life in order. You can tell at the very least he died satisfied that he saved the life of his son, though. I just can't. Like, this moment should be emotional, but the animation just fucks it up. Like, I should be feeling bad for Kuro because the voice acting is actually pretty decent. Oh no. Oh, I just can't feel sorry for her. And the script's not even that. I mean, okay, the script's not that terrible, the base script, but damn, the execution for it is so fucking awful. Like, this series makes X-Rom look like a masterpiece, and I thought X-Rom was a piece of shit, but nah. This makes X-Rom look like the second coming of freaking Demon Slayer. And I don't say that lightly, like, at all. Well, his father did say his body will get adapted to this eventually. We're just going to practice a little bit of patience, that's all. At least that's my understanding on the whole thing. That's who I even left the Dari behind, too. So at the end of the day, he never even abandoned his son. I gotta admit, now that's a father right there. Huh. It's a shame that it can't regenerate limbs, though. But hey, you know what? At least it was able to save Kuro, and I'd say that's what matters at the end of the day. At the very least. Unfortunately, with his circumstances, had to do things while taking risks, though. Oh, and I love that. Those are his thoughts right there, straight up. Oh, again, this is actually pretty interesting stuff. It's just if they would have animated it with actual animation, this had been fucking cool. Hell, I'd say of their journey of Kuro's father could have probably been a full episode and it would have been interesting to watch. He can't say he ignored his family, though, because going through all this effort to find a cure, though. That wasn't ignoring his family. He was just doing his due diligence. I mean, no, he saved his son's life. I'd say that he did more than he could for his son, if you ask me. And I kind of like how they established a dragon son with something that has consequence, because at the very least, yo. But you know what? At the very least, he survived this with flying colors, though. If his father were still alive, he'd be proud of his son. He definitely would. Damn. You can definitely tell that, even though this series has some of the worst visual quality I've ever seen for an anime, there is some damn effort put into this in certain bits of the script of the episode, and for that, I'll give it some credit. Is it gonna make this episode, in any sense of the word, good? Fuck no, it isn't. But hey, at least there's some damn ambition, though, and I can at least give it credit for that, which is better than absolutely nothing at the very least. I like it when it sounds like it's landing on shit. Oh, okay. I was about to say for a second, is that supposed to be landing on a tree? Because we didn't even see any of the bullets land on them. At the very least, he emphasized the fact that it's not landing on anything. Because then that even make the whole situation for the visuals sadder. Okay, it's actually nice seeing the work that he's put in. This is actually pretty nice, because at the very least with Kuro, we now know that he didn't just get his power gift out of returns. He had to fucking train and earn it. So again, I'll give the episode some credit. At least they're doing a decent job of making him at least a little bit more of an engaging character, to say the least. Hopefully we... Oh, my day, it's hitting something! Yeah! At least we finally see something with bullet holes. It looks like the animators finally learned how to animate bullet holes. Took him a while, but hey, better late than never, I guess. So, hooray! And I love that, how the first thing he says instantly is that his father kept him alive. I think he adds a little bit more heart to the episode. Oh, snap. We're getting one of them badasses here. I just like you can instantly hear voices in the character. Now, if you're in the voices of the characters, it makes it feel a little bit more intense. But in saying that, I kind of wish they would have shown off a bit more fighting sequences, though, instead of... Because that's some, if you ask me, this is some damn bad writing, like building up... What the fuck? It looked like he just teleported out of fucking nowhere from, like, the smoke. That is so damn awful. Honestly, this episode was actually starting to become decent. And then you see our boy teleport out of nowhere. And then Kuro was defeated by the armored dude off screen. I mean... Come the fuck on. This is like the definition of fucking lazy. Like, good lord. If this series wants me to take its story seriously, then show off the major confrontations too on screen. If you're going to want me to give a shit. This guy was not good. He was on the fucking floor about to get his head lopped off. At least from the looks of it, from my perspective anyway. I'm assuming it's going to be a man that's got a history with Magochi. Wait, what the fuck? Okay. Seems like this could actually lead somewhere interesting. Nah, who am I kidding? This series, knowing it's how it handles things, it's gonna absolutely squander its potential. Now, how will I rate this episode? Well, if I had to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, 10 being exceptional, I'll give this a 4.75 out of 10, which is below average. It wasn't a complete pile of trash because I thought that bit with finding out that Kuro's father, the reason why he left was to try to find a cure for his son, Kuro, was actually kind of touching, and it gave the episode a little bit more heart. And that's the only reason why I didn't give the piece of shit episode a 12 out of 10. I mean, what am I saying? It's the reason why I didn't give this piece of shit a 3 or 2 out of 10. And saying that, all the action set pieces were awful. I'm like, what the fuck? Are they even trying? And then aside from that, it was terrible how you had a confrontation between Kuro and Magochi's brother, and then it was just skipped. It was off screen. I'm like, do these enemies even care about the job? I guess not. I guess they're just there to collect a paycheck. So from a script standpoint, while it had some good moments, it did bad for the most part. From a character standpoint, it did a good job of giving Kuro characterization and why he had inner turmoil to begin with because of his issues with his father. But I love how afterwards you see some character development because he learns to appreciate his pops. And I love that. It makes him a more dynamic character. But in saying that, it doesn't make up for the rush pacing of the series, though. And it really could have handled things better. The live action segments. Not that I give a shit, but okay, I guess. Visually, the episode was trashed. You already know my thoughts. Every fight was almost CGI stills or ugly-looking CGI. Even the 2D bits of animation were a bunch of still shots. So visually, the episode was atrocious, but at least the voice acting was great. And that's why I thought the episode was 4.75 out of 10. Yeah, there were some things going for it, but it had more negative than positive overall. You can tell these two are fucking acting. They're not even excited. Like, they don't even sound fucking motivated here. They sound like they're just here to collect a paycheck. This doesn't even feel similar to... Because here's an example how to do it. If you want to do live action segments, do it like the series called To Make a Mug 2. That's the way you're supposed to do it, because when it comes to Let's Make a Mug 2, the voice actors in that series, you can tell they were passionate with the live action segments here. And it's all the actors here don't give a fuck. Just like the animes in the series don't give a fuck about what they're putting on screen, unfortunately. And even you can tell they're overacting, like when he says the real deal and he's got like this face. You can tell he's over-exaggerating. Like, honestly, even though these are live action segments, they feel fake as fuck. They feel as fake as the animation in the series. And that's saying a lot. Yes, it's over. Fuck yeah. I'm done. And yeah, these are my thoughts. I thought it was a piece of trash. But I'll be there next week to react to episode number 5. So don't worry. I'll react to this series. Still a piece of shit, though. But anyways, y'all. Yeah, this episode did have redeeming qualities, but doesn't stop the series being a piece of shit. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction or the episode itself in the comment section below. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later if you come back for more. But anyways, y'all, thank you very much for watching my video and have a fantastic day, everyone. Bye-bye.